Warning: the opinions expressed in this video do not represent YouTube, associations, agencies, or any particular individuals. Some explicit content may occur in this or future presentations. Viewer discretion may be advised, but ignored if you're into that thing.
What's going on, guys? I'm the Big Bad Wolf Benny. Welcome to my comic book corner. I haven't done one of these for a while where I should just sat here with an issue and talked about it. So I figured what better, The Defenders just came out on Netflix, which I've seen it all. Pretty good. One of my favorites so far. So I'm going to talk about Daredevil, The Tree of Knowledge, Volume 1 of 5. It's issue number 326, came out in March. This is a dark issue, a very dark issue. It starts off with Matt Murdock's funeral, and you see all these superheroes like the Black Widow, Spider-Man, Captain America come, pay their respects. And then you have the Kingpin who comes, and yeah, rest slowly, you piece of shit, is basically what he says. So you find out that Daredevil's not really dead. He faked his own death. And then we get introduced to his new armored costume. It had the gray and the red on it with the white shoulder pads. Then his billy clubs were on like gauntlets on his wrist. So it wasn't a favorite costume. I really didn't like it. I mean, I understand why it's more suitable to be a crime fighter in this because, got more protection. And Daredevil does take a couple knocks here and there in a lot of issues. So, in this one, Daredevil's kind of like, he's coming back and he's more of like a Punisher-style vigilante now where he goes so far, there's one scene where he's stopping a petty crime and he takes the guy's gun and the guy's like, oh, you won't do nothing, you're Daredevil, you don't kill. And in his head he's having a conversation where he's just like, I have to be different. Pulls the trigger, blows this bad guy away. So he's trying to separate himself from the old Daredevil to try to be like, yeah, I'm not Matt Murdock, I'm somebody else. Because at this point at the time, a lot of people knew who Daredevil was. Just because, the Kingpin found out. Obviously, certain superheroes like Spider-Man knew because they were friends. His one girlfriend in the comics, Karen Page, turned out to be a drug addict. She went to California, sold a secret identity for money so she could buy more drugs. So a lot of people knew who Daredevil was at this point in the comics. But the reason why I kind of like this one, besides the suit, is because he changes his whole philosophy on crime fighting. He goes from being, he's a lawyer, so he obviously knows that killing is wrong, but he wants to separate himself from his past incarnation. And yeah, he full-blown just starts killing bad guys. And again, this was more reminiscent of, say, The Punisher. But, I mean, it's cool. It's a good read. Definitely check it out. A lot of little things that happen in here, you see flashbacks of him in past relationships, him fighting crime with other heroes and stuff. But, again, I just like it how Daredevil, who's, morally sound, doesn't want to kill people, breaks his rule here to kind of differentiate himself from the old Daredevil to be a more effective crime fighter. So, it's cool. I like it. Like I said, the only thing I'm not a big fan of is the armored suit. It's, it's just more padding. I like the sleek, bodysuit. Even the one he uses in the Daredevil, series is cool. Cause it's supposed to be skin tight because he's, an acrobat and he's always flipping around stuff. It's kind of hard to do that with heavy pads on, even if it does protect you more. So, I don't know. I think functionality comes into play here. Is it functional for Daredevil to still use this? Maybe he was going for, since he's going to be just killing people, he's got to be able to take bullets to scare people more along lines like Batman. So maybe that's what they were going for. They wanted him to be more intimidating, kind of beef him up a little bit. So, you gave him a suit to make him look bigger than he really was. But again, you take away his functionality. Because if you've ever seen, they do a great job in the Daredevil season about him, how he fights. He's all over the place. He's got to be really fast. He doesn't have to be strong. He's really fast. In boxing, sometimes you don't just get that one big haymaker. You pepper them. You keep peppering them, and then finally it clicks and the person goes down. So that was always more Daredevil style just because his father was a boxer, I think. That's why he fought like that. But, yeah, so I'm just not a fan of the costume. I like the classic red costume. This one's better than his original one, the yellow and red one, which was just goofy. But, it's a good read. Definitely check it out. I'm going to sign off with that. Definitely, guys, check out the Defender series on Netflix. Great series. I love all the interactions. If I had to choose two people that stood out, it was definitely Matt Murdock and Jessica Jones. They kind of had a playful banter, It wasn't like, oh, are they going to hook up? It was like, no, they kind of had that mutual respect. Definitely check it out. They definitely stole the show. So anyway, guys, I'm signing off the Comic Book Corner. I'm the Big Bad Wolf Benny, and I'll see you next time on my corner.